And good evening. Welcome to the Mayor and City Council Workshop for the month of May of 2023. We'll begin with our pledge to the flag. I'm going to ask Councilwoman Cheney to lead us in the pledge. Councilwoman. Let the record reflect that all council members are present and accounted for this evening. We'll begin this evening with our review of the minutes. These are for the April 5th and April 10th regular meetings, as well as the April 27th special meeting. I ask the council if they have any questions, comments, concerns regarding those records. All right, hearing none, I am going to read the summary of the closed session that was held on April 27th of 2023. April 27th, 2023 at 7:30 p.m. Total closed meeting was made by Councilmember Foster with a second from Councilmember Fuller. It was voted unanimously by the council to enter into closed session. In accordance to the Maryland Open Meetings Act, Title 10, Governmental Procedures, Subtitle 5 Meetings, Section 3305B, this meeting was closed in order to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation of appointees, employees, or officials over whom it has jurisdiction, or any other personnel matter that affects one or more specific individuals, as well as to consult with counsel to obtain legal advice and to consult with staff, consultants, or other individuals about pending or potential litigation. The topics discussed in order were: number one, potential litigation related to Ethics Commission member. Topic number two, discussion regarding pending employment offer for the police chief. Persons present at the closed session is noted here as all above noted, and City Attorney Gullo, City Manager Weeprick, and Clerk Kalman were excused prior to the discussion of item number two. Actions taken at the closed session. By unanimous consent, direction was given for the city attorney to respond to the individual threatening litigation. A status report was given on the progress of the pending background investigation regarding the police chief candidate nominee. No action taken. Motion to adjourn made by Councilwoman Cheney, seconded by Councilwoman Fuller. Motion carried unanimously at 9:30 p.m. I would like to request from Madam Clerk, under E for persons present, if we can go into additional detail, add my name in there as well. If you note, my name's not listed above in any other place.
I will.
Thank you. To the city attorney, does that satisfy the reading of the closed meeting?
It does, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. I do wish to provide an update on the police chief position. Mr. Jeffrey Partridge, who I brought to the council as my nomination for the position, has withdrawn his application. As this is a personnel matter, no further information will be provided. I'd like to note, as Councilwoman Foster was an integral part of the process, I hope that she'll be able to provide necessary guidance moving forward as that process continues. So that's kind of the update on that, and the council can proceed as they see fit going forward. With that, I'll request, does anyone on council have any conflicts of interest on agenda items this evening?
No.
All right. I'll now open the floor for public comment pertaining to non-agenda items. As before, if what you'd like to say is not on this piece of paper in front of you, you're welcome to come up and address myself and council accordingly, and we'll be happy to hear what you have to share. All right, hearing nothing from the gallery, we're going to move right along. Up for adoption on Monday evening, we have Resolution 2023-06, the water allocation for the month of May. I'll ask members of council if they have any questions regarding that allocation.
No.
All right, that'll be up for your approval. Also Monday evening, we have Resolution 2023-07. This is the Capital Improvements Program. I'm going to, I think, throw it over to Mr. Weeprick first, kind of give us an overview real quick before we
Okay.
open to council?
Pretty much, this is just the complete version of what you saw as far as the list of projects prior month. The Planning Commission did get the opportunity to review and comment on the plan at their meeting, and they did make a motion to recommend approval.
Okay, there have been no changes made to it since
Since-
we last saw it.
No, just, well, a couple typos were caught and fixed.
I appreciate those being fixed. Thank you. All right, to members of the council, any questions? All right, it'll be good to get that off the table and done. That'll be up for your approval Monday evening as well. Next, back to Mr. Weeprick for a city manager report. What do you have, sir?
Okay, not a whole lot on the usual written report. We're kind of knocking some of those items off as they get completed. Roberts Mill Road, Broad Street, progress is being made, but it's going much slower than we had hoped due to the, they're hitting a lot of rock and not the usual red shale sort of stuff that you whack with a hammer that breaks. They're hitting bedrock. So where the contractor would typically see 100 feet to 200 feet of sewer installed in a day, they've had days where they've just been doing 14 feet. It's taking them that long to get through the rock. So we have taken a look at some of the design to see if there's anything that we can reconfigure and we've looked at specifically raising the water line up a foot from what was in the plans, hopefully to avoid, further challenges with the rock. It's, a change that our Public Works Department and engineer are both comfortable with. So we're trying to make it a little easier on the contractor going forward, but the sewer line is, it's as deep as it, as we started, basically. We can't really change it now. So it's really, really slowed down efforts on Broad Street. So as Mr. Smeek noted in his Public Works report, once the dig and replace portion of the sewer rehab project is done on Fairground Avenue, DeLauder's going to take that crew and bring them over to the Roberts Mill Road Broad Street job. And hopefully that will help pick up the pace a little bit also, especially when they start on the water line. So right now they've been focusing on sewer within Broad Street, and they're about 2/3 of the way up the hill so far. So it's coming along, but the excavation of rock has really, really slowed things down there. So
As you mentioned Fairground, do you have a timeline on that one, when we'll be finishing that project? I know
I
it's
think
not-
that is in Kevin's report, in Director Smeek's report. Let me scroll down real quick. Rehab.
Okay, I think I
So,
see
yeah,
by early May, it's saying,
Right.
so.
yep, so it
we
should be in the
see it
next week or
shortly.
so.
Perfect.
Yep. And the elementary school area and the Meadowbrook interceptor that was left as far as the dig and replace have already been done. So, and in situ form, the lining contractor is beginning their work. So that project is going very well. So kind of coupled to some of these, I just kind of wanted to add something. As you know, we had a rather rainy weekend. We had 1.8 inches of rain on Friday, and for a change, the wastewater treatment plant did not go into storm mode Friday. And then Saturday, we had another 1.6 inches of rain. The plant did go into the first level of storm mode after the second day of rainfall. But with the rain on Friday, we went from 400,000 gallons flow on Thursday to 1.7 million on Friday, which is still a tremendous inflow. But with a rainfall like that, we would typically have seen over 3 million gallons going through the plant.
So our projects have made a significant
Yes.
improvement.
Yes, so that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. And so we had 3.4 inches of rain over the weekend, and the plant did not go into the second level of storm mode, and we would have typically seen between closer to 5 million gallons of flow through the plant with those 2 days of rain. And we peaked at 3.6 million. So we're seeing huge flow reductions out there. And, you know, keep in mind, now we did put we prioritized the projects that we thought were gonna give us the biggest improvement, for the cost and get the flows down as much as we could. But I would like to take a minute to thank you guys for approving the CIP when we did and including these projects. I know that with the ARPA money, there was some thought of doing some more visible projects and things like that, but putting the money into the infrastructure is really making a big difference. And also, our nutrient numbers, January through March, have shown notable improvement, and March's numbers have shown the best plant performance since the ENR upgrade. So managing that inflow and infiltration is really paying the dividends we hoped it would. So, and in coming years, we have George Street and Middle Street to do, and as we move on with Broad Street and Roberts Mill, it should only be getting better. So thank you for supporting, the investment in that.
Well, we can chalk that up as another victory. Thank you all. Anything else, Mr. Weaver?
No, that's it. Happy to answer any questions or get answers for you if there's anything in the other reports or mine.
All right, members of council, do you have any questions for the city manager? All right, hearing none, we'll go to, what do you have any questions on departmental reports? Let's go there first. All right, hearing none, we'll go to Mr. Gullo. Do you have a legal report for us this evening, sir?
I do, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. You're aware we just had an election, and I can say that of the elections that we have had in the past, we had no or very little issues this time, and I think that is largely due or mostly due to your clerk, Clara. She really was on top of this from beginning to end. Your volunteers that volunteered as the election board judges also served not only in prior meetings, but also all along that day. And they were one short. Ms. Furby was ill and could not attend, so they had to do extra duty. But all in all, the election really went well. And I'm going to turn my time over to Clara so that she can make her report and read the election results and information into the record. So Clara.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
The city election for mayor and 2 council members was held on May 1st, 2023. William Kennedy, Barbara Heddlebridle, and Sue Billings served as the Board of Election Supervisors. Bill Kennedy served as chairman, and Barbara Heddlebridle served as vice chairman. I thank each of them for their service and for conducting a very successful election. The result of the election was for the office of mayor, Christopher Miller receiving 426 votes, Bradley Wance receiving 188 votes, and Daniel Haynes receiving 178 votes. For city council, Christopher Tillman received 644 votes, and James McCarron received 602 votes. The total number of votes was 796, which is a voter turnout of 15%. For the purposes of comparison, the 2019 election, which was also a mayoral election, the number of voters was 1,036, which was a voter turnout of 24%. And the 2021 election, which was not a mayoral election, the number of voters was 266, which was a voter turnout of 5%. The election results have been posted at City Hall and can also be found on the city website. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, and I appreciate your hard work in getting through the election season and between yourself and as well as the election board. So
Thank you
all.
so much.
Absolutely. Mr. Gullo, back to you, sir.
That's all we have for tonight, unless you have any questions.
Questions for the city attorney? All right, you're off the hook. Thank you, sir. Under new business, we have up for your approval Monday evening monthly financial report. Any questions regarding that report as submitted? All right, hearing none, I'm going to ask the same of item number 2, the accounts payables. Questions? Lively debate? Challenges to a duel? Nothing? All right. Cut and dry. Item number 3 up for your approval Monday evening is approval of special event permit. This is the Gentle Giants Draft Horse Rescue at Memorial Park, scheduled for July 2nd, 2023. Any questions, concerns with the information in your packet? right. Hearing none, we'll move into item number, item number 4, another approval of special event permit. The Good News Club, looking to hold an activity at Roth Avenue Park from July 3rd through the 7th of 2023. And again, to the council, do you have any questions? Okay.
Before we go on, can I just
Ma'am.
add a little, it's not new or anything, but I was curious if there was, and this I guess would be addressed to Diane and to Beth, before Monday, I just wanted to throw out there that I was curious if we could set up having an extra meeting following this meeting, or on Monday, to kind of get new members caught up on issues, what's going on, set the priorities, just kind of just throwing it out there so that we can think about whether or not we can have that time to do that. And then I know we have some further personnel issues that maybe we want to talk about having a closed session following that meeting too.
So are you looking to add to the agenda
Well,
to have that additional meeting on Monday?
if,
Or
well, we don't need to have the.
you want to have an administrative
I
meeting,
think,
which
I
would,
think an administrative meeting first, and then if we can figure out how to have the closed session following the other open meeting.
all right, let's go to
So-
Mr. Gullo. Are you available real quick?
Did he leave?
Yeah, I didn't leave. I'm here. I certainly can be available for those. The question, I guess, to Mr. Weeprick and Clara, are are there the 3 returning members, are they certified for the Open Meetings Compliance Act? Do we know that? You all realize you can't have a closed session unless there's a certified member there. I know. I don't know if I know it would be between Ms. Fuller. Do you know?
I am.
Okay.
I
Well, then
believe Councilman Fuller, Councilman
think
Foster, I believe, is also.
Okay. So as long as you 2 are there, there's no problem in closing the meeting. Obviously, it'll be the next board that needs to do that, and you need a majority of the members to do that. So we can be prepared, and I guess to keep it open either way, we'll have the clerk put at the bottom that you may convene a closed session, and you'll have to kind of give notice of what it would be. So you may want to have some emails with the staff between now and then.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? All right, so we can coordinate all of that with staff so that they can hopefully take part in that. Anything additional from the council before I throw it out for public comment? All right, at this point, I will open the podium for public comment on agenda items. Anything that we discussed on this piece of paper this evening, you may now comment on as you see fit. The microphone is open and lonely right now. All right, well, hearing none, I have no other business to conduct this evening, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
May I have a second to that motion to adjourn?
I will second.
All in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, say nay. See you all Monday.